Thank you, Nurse Betty. Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Information for Dummies. Today, we're going to be talking about what antibiotic resistance is, what's being done to counteract it, and what you can do from slowing its effects in your body. Now, let's take it to the streets to see what people know and what they've heard about antibiotic resistance.
Hi, welcome to Science News. I am Lucas Simmons recording live. We got one coming right now. Come on. What do you know about antibiotic resistance?
Well, back when I was in high school at Bellevue High, my biology teacher, Mr. Palmer, taught us about antibiotic resistance, and it was when bacteria mutated in order to resist antibiotics and survive through them.
Very good. So, the media public knows quite a bit about antibiotic resistance. Let's go over here.
Whoa, awesome. Oh, sorry. Welcome back for Information for Dummies. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to take you on an exciting ride inside human blood. Now, what we're hoping you'll see in here is bacteria acting and mutating so as to become resistant to antibodies. So, let's go down to the microcam and see what's really happening inside. Alright, well, our microcam must be down today. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing an exact replica of what goes on inside the body. So let's go down and show the the bacteria, the antibody, the battlefield. Now, what you just witnessed was an antibody destroying a bacteria. However, in some cases, which forms antibiotic resistance, the bacteria can survive and go tell others how to mutate. The mutated bacteria. The antibody. The battlefield. Now, I'm sure you're all wondering, from that video you just saw, how do the bacteria actually transfer their mutations to other bacteria? Well, there are three ways this can be done. The first one is called spontaneous DNA mutation. Now, what this is the DNA inside the bacteria simply mutates by its own, spontaneously. And this is caused by a starburst. Now, the second way uses transformation. And what this does is the DNA from one bacteria is transferred over to another bacteria, and thus making both of them now resistant to an antibody. However, the third way uses a plasmid. This is a tiny circle of DNA, and it can travel from one bacteria to another. Now, this is the most common way, and this is what is most commonly used by bacteria to make others mutated. Now, how this causes antibiotic resistance is it can take one mutated bacteria, transfer it to another, and then all the offspring of those bacteria will have that mutated gene and thus be resistant to the antibody.
Doctor.
Oh, and your name is?
Lucas.
Let me take a look here. Oh, okay. All right, Lucas. What's the problem?
My ear infection came back. I got your medication and it came back.
Well, there's still pills left.
Well, I took some and then I stopped for a while because it got better and now I started taking it and it's not helping anymore.
Now see, Lucas, you have to take all your pills on the regular basis as you're supposed to, or else the infection will come back. And now these pills are useless because the bacteria inside of you has built up a resistance to it. So now I'm going to have to prescribe you a new medication. I hope you learned your lesson. I'm sure you're wondering, the audience, what are other ways that we can prevent this antibiotic resistance from occurring in our body? Well, there's two things you can do. The first thing you can do is you can try to not take antibiotics when it's not necessary, such as if you have the common cold. The second thing you can do is when you have to take antibiotics, take the most specific ones you can. This will prevent any other bacteria in your body from becoming resistant to that antibiotic. Now, what the government and other scientific organizations are doing to prevent this on a large scale is they're improving infection control. What this does is this prevents the bacteria in the first place from becoming too widespread, thus making people never even have to take these antibiotics. The second thing they're doing is they're constantly coming out with new antibiotics to battle bacteria. This will prevent the bacteria from mutating quick enough. Thank you. And that concludes another episode of Information for Dummies. Let's see if he signals. The government and other scientific organizations are dealing with this overgrowing effect, and I just am going to be babbling on for another 10 minutes because I don't know what to say about that. You know, and it's just like...
It's like horrible when you try to do improv. Cause
it's all these facial. I see Lucas, he's like... And you're like...
And shut up! He comes over here and goes like this to him. Like petting him like a dog.
Hi, welcome. My name is Lucas Simmons and welcome to Science News. Got one mountain coming right now. Welcome.
How was it?
And that was another episode of Information for Dummies. I did it again! Push me back! Push me back!
God, zoom in. Oh.